Hello and welcome back to the Real Estate Regroup Show. I am your host, LJ Walker, here to talk to you guys about the recent break ins that many celebrities have recently had to endure. One was Lionel Richie. From my understanding, that occurred while he was in his house. And I know that was a traumatic experience because, as I shared to you guys before, I had an issue where I had an altercation with somebody who was already trespassing on my property and was trying to get into my house. I was screaming like a banshee. I'm still reeling for that from that situation. Thank God I have not seen that person again, and I don't want to ever see her again. All right, but now I'm hearing Tracy Ross, her house was broken into. Now her situation was a little bit different. From my understanding, she was not home, but she is trying to sell that particular house. So I wanted to just briefly talk about what to do when you are selling your home, certain strategies that you may want to consider. First of all, just in case you don't know, they took $100,000 worth of jewelry from her. All right, so when you have valuables like that, I'm not really sure. I mean, I've seen her home on YouTube on certain, House Beautiful, I think it was, featured her home. She doesn't necessarily have, from what I saw, jewelry all over the place. She probably does have it in a safe someplace, somewhere. I'm not sure if it's locked up or not. Uh, it kind of seems as though this might have been an inside job, meaning it may have been someone who was familiar with the home. I mean, many people are because, let's face it, she did a house tour, but of course she didn't show exactly where her valuables were as far as jewelry is concerned, but she did show where she had displayed all of her awards that she won, and those have value too. I'm not clear as of yet if they took that or not. But anyway, needless to say, for the rest of us, we need to also secure our jewelry and other valuables. They should go into a safe with a lock. And if possible, if necessary, maybe even put them in storage. The safe with the lock with the jewelry inside of it. Put that in storage. The next thing is you want to limit where you're keeping your personal information. Those documents have to be out of sight. Your financial paperwork, like your bank statements, your passports, your driver's license, any ID of any form should definitely, again, be locked and put away somewhere. A lot of times, the way we live, we kind of have that all over the place, or we may have that in our luggage. And we know that she does have a travel channel now. So if her suitcase was there, they probably said, oh, well, we'll just go into your suitcase and take your belongings. Again, even your suitcase, there are fingerprint locks, by the way, guys, where it's only, you can program the lock to only recognize your fingerprint and nobody else's in order to open it. Okay. You want to use a lockbox for keys for your real estate agents. You want to basically secure these lock boxes. So instead of just leaving your keys out or putting them under the mat, that's really old school. That's been retired a long time ago, but you'd be surprised how many people still do stuff like that. Also, be cautious with open house. If you have a realtor that wants to do open house, let them know that you don't want to have like no large crowds, because that's how thieves sort of blend in. They like it when a large crowd of people is coming in. Make it so that they have to show their ID, They have to make an appointment, things like that. Also, you might even say, I only want qualified buyers to come in, meaning you only want people at the open house who did a credit check and a criminal background check. If they didn't do either one of those, then they are not welcome to the open house. That's what you can do. And you can also say, you know what? I don't think I even want an open house sign on the front. And it's not necessarily, especially if they're coming in through an appointment. You understand me? Now, and of course, as I mentioned before, you want those cameras. Now, since this is your house, the part that you live in, like let's say, for example, I have a multifamily, right? I can't put a camera in my tenant's apartment, but I can definitely put a camera in the part where I actually live in. And I can set that up where it monitors. I would not use a Wi-Fi camera because thieves today, they have something called, it's like an IP throttler, which knocks the camera off, turns it off so that it looks like nothing happened when something actually did happen. So definitely get that installed inside the house. All right. I know you have what's outside, but also have a set inside the house. And it's good if you hide the camera too. Don't let them necessarily see it as well. That's another good thing to be aware. You want to also, it's good to do this even before the open house. Take pictures of every room in your house. It's good to do this for insurance purposes, just in case the house burns down or floods or whatever. But it's also good when you're doing open houses so that this way you can double check and make sure nobody steals anything. Make sure all your windows and doors are locked because sometimes they play and mess with the lock when it's an open house. So guys, this is basically my advice to you. Hopefully the information I've shared will help you make smart financial moves. Feel free to pass this amongst your friends. Remember, each one, reach one, teach one. Bye for now. Until next time, have a good night.